Hello everyone. I hope everyone is fine. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is a diversity in living organism. So in this chapter we are going to see how the actually living organisms were developed or discovered first time. Okay, so that is actually known as evaluation. So in separately we are going to see about the evaluation also. So we have to see here about the living organisms, how they firstly get identified and they have named as a organisms, and on earth first time which type of microorganism were get developed, and later from that how the origin of human beings were takes place. Is it so? These things we have to be here see in the details, and we have to see different types of the classifications and how they were classified, on which basis they were classified, and which are the scientists those who were left their whole timing in the inventing the different life forms which are present on the earth. So we will move towards the our portion. The topics to be going to be covered, those are like a biodiversity, classification of living organisms, classification of evaluation, five kingdoms classification. Those are we will see in the next sessions. But so here, what is mean by the biodiversity? So bio, this word we know, and diversity means also we know. The bio means the living form or the living organism, is it? And the diversity, it's a variety. The life forms which are in a varieties form means the lives which are present on the earth, they are actually a different, because if we consider from the small microorganism to the different types of the aquatic, desertic, and the land terrestrial, and the human beings, and again if we classify the different types of the animals which are present in forest, and all these things if we collect togetherly, if it will become a different and varieties of the life forms on the earth, is it? So how they have actually get classified, is it? So those things we are going to see here. So the variety of life forms existing on the earth, existing means those are actually present on the earth, and preventing species extinction in one way to preserve a biodiversity. So see here, what is the role they have a told? Preventing. What we used to do, we used to prevent the species, is it, just to keep them for a longer time on the earth, and just not to get vanished or finish up from the earth. So that's why it's very necessary to keep updates or prevent them from any harmfulness. Okay, for example, like I'm talking the animals which are get mostly harmful by the different natural what can we say, disasters, is it? So due to that most of the animals maybe they will get vanished up as the time goes. So just to prevent their species, so we have to be maintain our biodiversity, is it? So that's why the biodiversity preserves these species. Okay, next, classification of a living organism. So see guys, just me clear one more thing about the biodiversity. See, if we know the what can we say, the chain, is it, in that nature chain, the most of the focus we used to give the first, for example we say that the prey, predator, decomposers, and all these things, is it, the primary, secondary, and tertiary, is it? So those are like a plant, goat, fox, lion, rabbit, cat, or anything will be like that in this series. Okay, first of all, what the plant is using to do, it's a primary predator. Okay, so or the we can say the producer. Okay, plant is actually the producer, but later it's becoming a predator for the different animals, is it? So see, the plant is the first initial that used to be uh, produce food materials in the nature that we know commonly. So that plant get eaten by some of the cattle like a goat, for example I'm giving you. Then the goat is going to be eaten by the some other animals which can eat the non-veg, means or the flesh things like a fox. Suppose a fox eaten to a goat, again that fox has get eaten by the forest animal like a lion, is it? Then what happened, the lion maybe get going to be, after the time goes, that maybe the lion will be get die, is it? Is it? See, this is actually the nature chain. For to live for a longer time, these animals and the plants depend on each other, is it? So in this chain of plant, goat, lion, in this chain of the nature, if one of it will be get vanished, means for example like the plant is there, goat is going to be eat the plant, later the fox is going to be die. If no any foxes are on the earth, then what will be the food for the lion? He will be get starved, is it? Most of the lion species will be get die because they were not getting the food. That's why the preserving the biodiversity is very important for the species, is it? The species preservation is essential on the earth, because if one of its will be get cut off, it means that most of the species or the animals which are present on the earth will be get vanish, will be get finished, is it? No existence of the some of the animals will not be available on the earth. So that's why we have to maintain the species and the biodiversity. Getting biodiversity means the life forms, varieties of and different types of the life forms. Next, on what basis the living organisms were classified, is it? So we normally says that birds, animals, living the what the animals which live in the water known as aquatic, which live in a land known as a desertic, or the terrestrial, is it? These are actually how first, at the first how it has got classified. Those things we should know, is it? Why we used to be classified, some reasons are there. So, classifying living organisms into the group based on a certain set of characteristics. So, characteristics means depending on their behaviors, is it? Depending on their some activities, is it? Might be they have got classified. These are actually the initial classification thinking. Okay. Next, depending on the characteristics means what? By their features, by their qualities belonging to a particular organism. See, we know that different animals they have got named, is it? According to their characteristics, according to their roles and the features and their appearance, is it? So here the characteristics play a major role in indicating a particular organism is named likewise that, is it? So the features quality belonging to a particular organism as they have got classified. So first classification was depending on the characteristics. Next, there are some different classification depending on the different natures that we are going to see. So next, why do we need to classify? See guys, why do we need to classify? Some reasons are given here below. If we will not classify any organism, any type of animals or living beings like us also, then what will be the confusion create? So see guys, there should be a classification is very must or the important one. If we cannot classify them in a group wise, then the for example like a small kid is there, is it? So from the his childhood, or when he used to be cramp, or we can say that he unable to walk and unable to speak up. From that to after 3 4 years we used to be tell him that this is the dog, this is cat, this is it called as like this and all this. If we are unable to tell those things to him, is it from the period of a childhood, then what will be at the age of when he will become an adult? Is it so will he able to identify that this is the dog, that is the cat, we are the human beings, that is the tree? Is it if we have, if you have not informed to them, if they are will they able to classify, will they able to tell that this is the tree, this is the dog, and that is the cat and all these things? Is it if we are going to tell that these are animals, those are the plants, if then only they can able to speak up and try, and will they get no getting? That's why the classifications are very important, isn't it? So some of the reasons are here. So why do we classifications need? So some living organisms, as I've told you, is it one example as I've given you. One more thing, one example is that suppose you have shifted in another city, okay, and you have collected all the things which present in your kitchen and bedroom and all these things which is going to be settled in the hall, is it? So you have collected in a one room, okay, whenever you have got shifted. So at that time what you will do, you used to be separate the different things which are should be in different room, is it? The bathroom things you should be in the bathroom, and those are required for the kitchen purposes, that will be you will put in the kitchen room, is it? And which are the your study materials you will keep in another rooms. So you will not keep in the same room all these things, is it? The kitchen materials you will not keep in your study room, or the bathroom things you cannot keep in the kitchen, is it? So these things actually the classified, we have a classified according where they should to keep, is it? So same thing also the living organism, they should also be classified as the their features, as their role, as their functions, is it? So same the about the living beings also. So here, why the need of classification? It is not possible to study about each existing living organism in details. See guys, we can normally say that this is actually that type of a thing, but to classify each and everything, it's we don't have that much of a time guys, is it? So whichever the we don't know, there are the so many trees and there are so many types of the living animals on the earth. Some of them only we know, is it? Most of they are we are unknown from those things. So just to know about them, just to study about them, we need a classification, getting? Next, so classifying organism into group make it easier to know about the different life forms. See guys, it is very important to classify them in a group wise, getting? In a class also, if we have to be identify that those are the good what can we say, responding members or the students of the class, and those who are less responding means those can do their work in a proper time. At that time also we have to classify the different types of the students, is it? So it's a necessary for a particular time. So that's why the groupism is very important for the classifying the organisms, then only we can say by the group wise. Next, classifying help us to understand the evolution of all life forms to a large extent. So evolution means actually the discovery, okay, that we are going to see in details. So classification also helps to understand how the discovery has done, is it? So from that period only they used to, some of the scientists were used to classify those things. That's why we nowadays we can say that this is of that class, this is of those class. Class means a group. Next, the scientific naming of organism is based on the classification. So see, there are the different types of the trees and the different types of the food and so many farm field products, is it? Those also consisting the scientific names. Okay, so just to understand them, because in Hindi, in Marathi, in Kannada, all these languages, each and everything has their different wording for them, is it? But just to know for the common world, is it, just to know for the common world, there is a common word that is known as a scientific. So just to identify those things, the scientific wording is important, because not only the specific country of the or the state of the person will be know about it, but for the knowing the whole world, they should be named by the scientifically. So this is actually the reason why they used to give the scientific name to a particular species or the animal, plant, or the food material, or anything that may be. Okay, so this is actually the necessary of a classification. Next, on what basis the classification has to done? So the characteristics based on which the living organisms can be classified. See guys, the characteristics, as we have startingly said, that the living beings actually classified depending on the features and the quality. Say for example, like we can classify a particular living organism, that may be a microbe, that may be human being, that may be anything, is it, by the size, by the cellular activities, or we can say the cellular calculations, like a unicellular, that may be a multicellular, that may according to their habitat, means living, their purposes, is it, and the body structure and the features. According to that, we have a classified, that is a human, that is animal, that is a pet, that is different types of the living. Okay, next, so again is there, that is a one of the scientists that was firstly used to classify the living organisms in the three forms, but that was failed. Okay, why, that we will see the Aristotle attempt to classify a living organism. So Aristotle was the first scientist who used to, or he who has tried to classify the animals based on the habitat, means on the living things, means where they used to be live. According to the habitat, means by the nature and the environment where they used to be stay or the live. According to that, he were classified, but it was not enough for that, because only the habitat, means only for living environment is not sufficient, is it, to classify. It's very important according to the different, as we have seen, the size, cellular, multicellular, body structures, and different characteristics, is it. According to that, it's possible to classify organism, but depending on habitat only, it is very difficult to classify. Because if we say, for example, like a terrestrial, we are also terrestrial human beings. If we are the animals and the human beings are getting classified in a same group, then what is the difference between the animal and human? We will be become a same one, is it? So that is actually was the confusion. So it was a somewhat failed. So he used to be classified on the basis of the habitat, that is the land, water, air. So land is nothing but in a scientific terrestrial, water, aquatic, air, aerial. So according to that, he were classified, but it was actually not like that. So next, that is, why should be the basis of classification? So again, why it's necessary to be classify, is it, for the what are the different reasons to classify, what we should know, for that purpose we have to be classified. Those things are like a evaluation. So see guys, as I've told you, the study room, bathroom, kitchen, if you have the different rooms, if you have, you cannot interchange the things between these rooms, is it. You will keep those things which are should be present in the kitchen, which should be in a study room, which should be in the bathroom, is it. So that's why we have to be study about the evaluation also. According to that only the classification were done. Next, so the process of development of a complex organisms from a simpler ones with the time. So see, the evaluation means actually the word is known as discovering or the developing. Agree? So the how the living organisms like us has got discovered or developed at the initial of the earth, where we can say the earth were get named out. Okay, at that time how we have got taken birth, is it that we don't know? So that's why we should know the evaluation. So here the process of development of a complex organism from a simpler one with the time, okay, the life which are present on the earth. Okay, so the for example like these, as I was showing you, the family members, is it? So these are actually came out, but normally the scientist says that we have got taken birth, or mostly the first life form of the earth was the small microorganisms. Through that only, slowly as the time goes on, okay, gone on, so like that the human beings were taken place. See guys, it was actually the evaluation means the changing or the developing which takes place by generation to generation, means from one generation to the next generation to the next, likewise the different or the many generation will be happen, then only the one new producer will be produced. Getting? So for example like a simple cells, then the microorganism developed, then the complex cells will be formed, then the multicellular organisms will be evolved, then like the simple animals, then like a fish, land plants, then the insects, then the reptiles, mammals, birds, apes, then the humans. Such a type of the ranges are there in the evaluation. So it means that we have got taken birth from the simple cells. Our evaluation was from the simple cells. Next, there was a scientist whose name was a Whitaker. So Whitaker were classified the life forms on which basis that we are going to see here. So the Robert Whitaker basis of classification depending on the cell structure, body organization and mode and source of nutrition. See guys. So the Robert Whitaker, what he used to do, he used to classify the living forms on the basis of the cell structure. We know that the cell that may be unicellular, that may be a multicellular. So according to that he were classified. Next, body organization means by the observing the animals or different types of the human beings or the different organisms, so they were classified on the basis of a body organization. Next was the mode and the source of nutrition. Mode and means in which way, means in for example like phototropic, heterotropic and the omnivorous and the herbivorous, carnivorous. On this basis they have a classified. Okay, that is actually the mode and source of nutrition. Next is all living organisms were broadly classified into 5 groups termed as a kingdom. So see guys, so here what he did, he used to be classified on these 3 bases. Again he said that all living organisms were broadly classified into 5 groups and he developed one group. Its name was a kingdom. Getting? Its name was a kingdom. In this basis only, till now in this our modern generation also, the classification done through the kingdom only, through the Whitaker's classification only. On this basis only the classification used to be done. Till now only this rule is going on. So those were actually the Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and Animalia. So these are actually the classified on the basis of different types of the organisms, plants and the animals. That's why they known as a Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae means plant, Animalia means animals. So the kingdoms means for each and every plant, animal, that may be organism, human beings, they have just classified to the kingdom like a phylum, division, class, order, family, genus, species. So you have to just keep in mind till the Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animal. In next session we will see in the detail about the kingdom, because it should be need to give a one example. Okay, for example like a mango tree or that may be any other organism. So how they have used to be classified, the phylum, division, class, order, that we will see. So the first was classification on the basis of the characteristics. Next on the basis of the habitat, that was by the Aristotle attempt. Then third was the Whittaker classification. So these are actually the important points that you have to be keeping mind. Okay, so for any doubts and difficulties you can ask me anytime. So thank you.